Welcome, friends. Welcome back to My Hobby Home. My name is Kathy. Thank you for joining me today. We're in the sewing room, but we're not going to be sewing. You see here, I have stuff stacked on my table. I'm debating on turning my machine because I need to do that. 1 second. There is only a couple of reasons why I would turn my machine, and that's because I'm going to be fabric cutting. And that is this right here. So y'all see this, I've got baskets here. These are the baskets that I have on these shelves over here where I organize my fabrics and things. And if you can see right here, I have fabrics here I'm going through. I have fabrics here I'm going through. And I have my box of my Merry Christmas that I need to put away and I haven't yet. Just going to be laying that right there, and let me see what this says. Okay. This is, well, it's in a Popeyes bag. I'm guessing they must have had fried chicken that day. But this pen got me. That was in this paper. This is the remnant of my piece of cake. So y'all know what I do with remnants. Now this was my board for my binding. Oh, I had a good piece of that left. So that's going to go in a different bin. This was from the On Dasher line, and that's what I used as my binding. So let's look at this. Guys, I just thought I'd bring y'all along and chit chat with you. I'm actually, my husband and I went and had dinner tonight, and we're trying to see how I react to certain foods. Now, I don't know. I could keep this. Y'all, what I may do is I may make a scrap bag of quilting batting, quilt batting, and I may make a scrap bin of that and just sell it. So, and things are going to be at least over 6 inches wide. I'm not going to keep anything less than 6 inches wide. I mean, most things you do need more than 6 inches on it anyway. So, okay, what I'm going to do here, there is quilting on this, so I do need to cut that off. So I'm just laying this out, stretching it and laying it. Just trying to see where I can cut. But this is what I tell y'all about Tuesdays and Thursdays. I really don't have anything planned. It's just what I feel like I need to do when I come into my sewing room on Tuesdays and Thursday evenings. It's just, you know, whatever. And that's kind of where we are at right now. I just have things that I need to get done. Now, I'm hoping this is leaving me enough to get some 10-inch squares out of it. I don't know. It may not be. Barely going to be getting some 10-inch squares out of this. But I do like this fabric. Let me pull it around here so it's straight. It's sliding off my table over there, guys. But anyway, I just have a lot of this batting, and I think after I may do some Christmas ornaments and things like that. But I think after that, this year, whatever I have left, I will probably box up and sell it really cheap. And when I say cheap, I mean, y'all know how much batting is. And when I say a box, it's not going to be, you know, one of them small flat rate ship boxes. It'll be a bigger box than that. Because I have a stack over here. I know y'all can't see it, but it's a good 2.5 feet tall. And like I said, I don't keep anything that's really small because I just can't do anything with it. And I'm not going to piece batting together. So this here has the quilting in it. Now this may be good for somebody to practice a quilt as you go or something like that. I don't know. I've never done quilt as you go, and that is on my list of things to do, but I'm throwing that away. I don't need that. So you see this long strip of batting right here. This will be like something that I put in there. So if maybe somebody's doing a table runner and they don't mind piecing together their batting, this may be a good piece to do that with. But I don't need this right now. I actually have 2 packages of batting if I need to do more of my bags of love. I have 2 packages of batting. But I know I could probably pull that and get plenty out of it. But what I'm going to do here, y'all know I'm going to pull my stripology out, because that is the quickest way to cut some 10-inch squares. We're going to see if we can get some 10-inch squares out of this one. And friends, so how are y'all doing? How are you doing? You know, maybe a good day of not sewing. I mean, it never hurts to, you know, some days just take a little rest. I'm needing to today because I'm so tired. Like I said, my husband and I did go and have dinner tonight, and my daughter went with us, and my grandson. And so I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't know about anybody else, but I know I am tired. We got to see where you can't really tell. Let me line all that up, and I'm just going to go right here. Oh, it didn't go all the way through. Wait, yeah, it did. Most of the places it did. Try that again. See if we can pull that out of the way. So what we're needing is a 10-inch square. So I'm going to line that up, and I'm going to cut this at that 20-inch because I think it may be time to change out the blade. Okay, so we've got that done. Let's see how this is working. I do need to trim this end up because it does have, it's uneven. I know, I started a sentence there and didn't finish it, did I? Well, it's uneven. Not too bad, though. I'm still going to go ahead and trim it up. Line this all up. Now, I'm not going to cut these down into 10-inch squares like most probably would think, you know, do 10, 10, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do mine a different way because this is scrap fabric. and I'm just getting the most out of it that I can. So if I get 2 10-inch squares or 10 10-inch squares, it makes no difference to me. So now that I have that trimmed, I'm going to fold, make sure I have my edges even here. Everything is even. I don't know if that would be 10-inch. Well, that put them off there. So let's see how many. Could I get 2 out of this one? No. I could not get 2 cuts out. But I bet I could get 3. So what I'm going to do is get up here and get my first one out, because it is folded over. So here is 4, because it's doubled over. And I will have to open this up to cut the other one off. But what I have left, oh, that looks, I don't know what in the world I did here. But I could probably get some 5-inch squares out of this. Let me see. I'm going to go on and just lay this on that 10-inch and... Okay, so I got 6 10-inch squares out of this. Which this will go nice with another Christmas quilt. It's that like sagey green. But I do have more right here that I need to cut. So we're not stressing yet. We're still seeing what we can cut out of this. I'm going to put this back on that 10 and see if we can get a 5. I know we can. I got a 5. So let me turn it this way. Get me another 5. So that'll be 4 5-inch squares. Because I have actually ordered me some scrap bins that holds the sizes that I need. I want to say scrap bin, like scrapbook bins. Okay. So that should be 2 5-inches, but I don't think, yeah, it is. Okay. Well, one's not exactly 5, but, and then we have some little strips here. We'll just put those to the side. But friends, so this is what I do, like on, if I have a spare day that I really need to be working in my office, I need to be getting my office cleaned. I need to be getting organized again because I've lost my organization that I had going, and it's just a disaster right now. So now we are on our, oh, that piece is big too. That's a big piece. Oh, now this one has a lot of batting. That's a lot of batting. Let's see how close it is to the sewing edge. I want to throw it this way. I mean, it doesn't go very far in, maybe about 2 inches. In some areas, yeah, that's a big piece. So guys, this will probably be things like this that I sell also in my Smash the Stash or my D Stash or whatever. Because I have a lot, and I haven't been doing a lot of projects that require batting because I have my long armor do it. But what I'm doing is I'm going to line this up on a inch mark so I can just do that inch all the way down. But like I said, I will be doing some projects in the hoop projects for November, I'll be doing some embroidery projects that are in the hoop that require, it may require, may not require some batting. But you all will be the first to know about this before I do it. And like I said, it's going to be a good deal. I mean, I'm not trying to get rich or make my money back off of it. Trying to at least make my shipping. Because I don't normally charge shipping. I don't ever charge shipping. Let me just rephrase that. I don't ever charge shipping. But that's just because, and I have at times sold things and paid more for shipping than what it sold for. And I have had things that I've had to eat the cost of the supplies that have sold and then have gotten destroyed in the mail. And I've had to refund that money and still not have my product. And y'all, insurance with the Postal Service is a joke. Don't think that because things are automatically insured that it's okay, because it's not. Because everything I ship is automatically insured, but it did not matter. The box made it to where it was going looking like it was fine, which I find kind of ironic, because the things that were missing were particular things. But, I'm not going to say that the box didn't come open in shipping, because it was held together by tape. I mean, it was taped together and not wrapped in tape. Now I wrap my tape all the way around my boxes just about. So if you ever get a box from me and it's wrapped up in tape, that's why. That is why. I don't think this will make a 10-inch square. I really don't. It won't make a 10, but it will definitely make a 5. So see, some of the cuts that I do like this I will also put in a D-stash. And it's mainly because, anything I sell does help me replenish and help, do what I can, do what I do. Don't y'all like to do what you do and make a little money at it? But mine isn't really to make money at it. It's just to restock it. Restock what I got going on. Okay. So this feels like this fabric does not want to go like this. So I'm going to do my hang test. And however it lays, it lays. Yeah, I'm sorry, my throat just went dry. Checking to see if I still had a little ice in there, and I don't. My ice is gone. So being that I know that this is not going to do 10-inch squares, and I do have a seam right here in the middle, but it will do 5-inch squares. What I'm going to do, fold it like this, trim it on both sides down to a 5-inch strip. And that just evens my edge out there. So I did that at 5 inches. Now this other strip that I'm going to have is not going to be 5 inches. It's going to be another piece that goes into my scraps. Now there is a seam in that. Once again, there's a seam in there. But now let's see how many 5-inch blocks we can get out of this. And I know I'm talking about doing the de-stash. Well, this is part of de-stashing for me. I have to get my remnants tended to. I need to figure out, you know, what am I doing with them? Am I trimming them down, making them into blocks? Okay, this one I can open up. But you know, you have to have at least a day a week that you kind of get things back in order. I do anyway. I have to have that, because if I don't do that, everything is out of order. Okay, so I've got those cut down into 5-inch squares. And the good thing about using your remnants to make a pre-cut, you know, a 10-inch, a 5-inch, you can even go down to a 3, 2.5, whatever size is your preferred size that you like to use. You can have a lot of the same color. So if you want a same repeating color in a scrappy quilt, you can do that. I have found that I really like to use a lot of the same repeating colors. Okay, and this here, I know why she did this one the way she did. I keep this selvage edge because I'm making a quilt out of selvage edges. It'll probably take me 20 years to get a quilt done, but that is my goal. Okay, this one here doesn't take a lot at all. This one, she only goes in maybe an inch. Not even that, but I'm going to go on and cut an inch. Because when y'all are seeing this, it is Thursday. I will hopefully be getting it together. I was hoping this, I keep saying I'm going to bring y'all some Instant Pot recipes, but guys, I haven't been cooking. I'm not even going to feel about it. It's just my husband came in yesterday and we just had something real quick because rotisserie chicken and what else do we have? And a side salad with some pomegranate seeds on it. I could eat pomegranate seeds just by themselves. He went and got his blood work done today. I'm sure he don't want me to know what it was. But he's going to have to show me, because we are kind of in this together, and whatever he needs to do with his eating, I need to do it too. Tonight, like I said, we went and had dinner with my daughter and my grandbaby, and well, of course we had Mexican food because that's his favorite food. So whenever we go out to eat, I try to make sure it's where he would like to go. Because if it was me, I'd go to McAllister's or somewhere like that. The grandbaby had an accident in his clothes, and being that we are just now getting to the cooler weather, she didn't have a cooler weather outfit. She had shorts in his bag. So my husband and I were ahead of her. So we were like, look, we'll just go to Once Upon a Child, get him a pair of pants. Yeah, we didn't stop at a pair of pants. We got him a pair of blue jeans. I got him 2 pair of jogger pants. Got him a little pullover jacket, and got him a little flannel shirt, and went and got him a pair of, well, I got him a hoodie. It wasn't like a sweatshirt hoodie. It was just a shirt with a hoodie on it. And yeah, when I do my selvage, I'm cutting it normally about at 1.5 inches. If I can, I cut it at 1.5 inches. So that's what I will use on my selvage quilt. So let's see here. Let's see if we can make that. Now that I know that's even, I can set this on. I'm going to set it on that 5-inch mark. Oh, and cut it at that 15. It is perfect. So that's all we had left. So we didn't waste too much on this one. So now what I'm going to do is see how big this is right here. Kind of having to measure it out because I know that one there doesn't go, the top doesn't go as far as the bottom does. Okay, good, good, good. I can actually go in a little and I can trim it at the 5 and the 15. We got us a nice little stack of 10-inch squares there. So I think that is it for this fabric. That's all I had. I'm not going to do this to the On Dasher fabric because it is actually enough to be classified as yardage to me. It's plenty for that. But we do have scrap sets, and that's, let's see how big that is. That's like 3 inches, so somebody could do like some binding with that. I could do some binding with it, but I doubt I will. But I will put this in my scrap bin. And this will go in a fabric box. I have not received my scrapbook boxes yet for putting my fabrics in that I'm going to be making into pieces like this. And I see this has just got different sized here, I think. I don't know. But what I will do is I will have a little box. I think it's a 6x6 that I'll put this one in, and an 11x11 or a 12x12 that I'll put these in. But I'm going to get boxes for each size, and I'm going to mark those boxes and set them on the shelves up here. Right now I have them back here where all my projects are that I'm working, and that's kind of in the way, guys. So do y'all have that dilemma too? I'm having to really downsize, reorganize. I have so many things. I'm probably going to be doing like some lots of possibly some sublimation items that I have. Like I still have some sublimation paper. I still have like sublimation magnet sheets. I'm not real sure. I thought about making some sublimation magnets for myself and then like sharing with you guys a magnet. But I've not broke it down. I've not tested my printer in a long time. It's probably stopped up. It probably needs to be taken to the dump. But I've got to go through a lot of stuff, and I want to get my sewing room kind of cleaned out better before the new year. And before my unboxings come in, guys, y'all know those things are real. When you start unboxing, I've got a lot coming into. I'm so excited about that. Yeah, there is no way I can contain all my excitement for that. I know I may not be showing it here, but I think I had a couple of people tell me about soft squares. I got a soft squares. I might have got a GE Designs. I got, of course, the Missouri Star. I got the Bella Rose. The Jolly Box. I'll be getting it. I don't think we've gotten our thing to pay for it yet, but we got our prepay. So if you want the Jolly Box, go out there and prepay it. I think it's still open. I have not looked to see. see what else we have going on. I just have a lot of things that I want to be, organizing, breaking down, because I have plenty of these little boxes if I need be. These shelves, I have a lot of stuff on the shelves right now that are not in the little boxes, the little clear boxes, but I will be putting the clear boxes and labeling them, putting them on my shelves. Now, I could do some, one of those clear boxes for my 5-inch squares. I don't know. I haven't decided how I want to do all of that, but I have boxes coming in for them. So I shouldn't even worry about that until I get all that in and figure out how I'm going to work it. So, friends, thank you for sitting here listening to me. I really appreciate it. Y'all seen this before. You see how I handle my remnants here and what I do to them, but I had them laying around long enough and I thought it was time I needed to take care of them, and I'm probably going to box some of this up. If y'all would be interested in some of the remnant batting, let me know. Let me know what size you would be looking for, width wise, because I have remnants. I have lots and lots of remnants, and I don't mind sharing. I may just ask that you pay shipping, because I really don't need anything for it, but I may just ask you to pay for shipping. If you're interested in it, just let me know. Just let me know. My email is down in the description. It's always down there. My mailing address is down in the description. The long armor that I use is down in the description. It's Stitched in Faith Quilt Shop. They're in Mangum, Louisiana. Fabulous group of ladies. Let's see. I'm still, like I said, trying to downsize everything. And one day a week, if I can do this for an hour with you guys, and I'm actually burning time right now because I have to do my blood sugar test again. I have to do it at 8 o'clock, and it's that time now. It's actually 8:30, so I can do the test now. But I really appreciate you stopping by. Let me know what you do and how you do it. How often do you do it for your sewing room? How do you keep it organized? Is it just an organized chaos? How do you do it? I've never been one, because I like to work something and then I'll just lay it down, and I'll work something more and I'll lay it on top, and then I'll work something more and I'll lay it on top. So last night I did end up putting most of my project boxes back here behind me, and if y'all see, look at this. Oh, I'm running over my little ironing station here. But I did get another row put on the Christmas tree. I could have done that with y'all tonight, but I wanted to get this taken care of. But I just try to sit down and do a little something every day in my sewing room, even if it is only trimming down remnants. And I have a few more remnants that I could work with, but they're not very big. I think I'm going to start a box for binding also, and we'll see what that looks like, because I have a few bindings remnants that I had a lot of binding that I cut and pressed. I don't know why, but I cut and pressed a lot of binding, or it was pieces I had left over, and I went on and cut it into 2.5-inch strips and sewed it together like binding. Because I can use that on other things as well. But like I said, I'm still just slowly chopping away at it. So, friends, once again, thank you for showing up and being here with me. Give me a thumbs up if your sewing room is just a little out of hand. And even if it's not, hey, if you're one of those organized people, please, please, please comment. Let me know, how do you do it? Since I have very little time to do it, I just come in here and do a little bit at a time. Right this morning, I carried out boxes of, that I got for my bags of love for stuffing the bags of love. And y'all, I appreciate all the kind words that y'all have left about that bags of love. I am stuffing those. I'm going to be bringing a few more probably this weekend, or probably early in the morning. I get most of my work done early in the morning on the weekends because I'm still in my moo-moo. My hair's not done. Whew. Yeah. Y'all don't want to see that. Y'all don't want to see that. And but I get things like that done early in the morning, you know, and my husband will be heading back out Saturday. So that morning I'll be doing a lot of organizing things. And that evening I'll be doing a lot of sewing because when he's not here, I can sew. So friends, once again, leave me a thumbs up if you have not yet subscribed and you like sewing, crafty, quilting, embroidery, and all the other things, because who knows what I'm going to find and try to do next. I do have cooking videos as well, but I just haven't done those in a good while. But I do plan on start doing those. I've scratched the 2 videos that I had recorded. I was not pleased with them. I wasn't pleased with the recipes. I am still trying to whittle them to how I like to eat them. And I do have a Instant Pot Rio Wide Plus. It's a 7.5 quart and it has more surface area than your standard. So I'm having to figure out how to use it. And it is my first Instant Pot that I've ever had. The liquid requirements may be different from yours or a smaller one. So I have to try to adjust recipes for that as well. But I do plan on to be cooking in there. I'm hoping I can take one day where I'm recording sewing and one day where I'm recording and trying out recipes. And I'll bring y'all along for those that even if they're not good, we're going to try it and we're going to see if we can't tweak it. But leave a comment. If you'd like to, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, guys.